Subscribe, like, comment. Look, I just had to get this out. This stuff on USAID is just unbelievable. Now, you've got a lot going on. People claiming that, oh, this is just out of the blue, something happening. Look, this isn't out of the blue. This is something that I suspect was going to happen if Trump got elected the last time. That is, they already knew it. This is not secret stuff. You just have to go look at the documents yourself. I don't understand how Congress actually votes for these things and allows these things. Now, of course, my understanding is Congress just said, here's your budget for USAID. In fact, I understand USAID's budget is more than the combined budget of the State Department and the CIA. Now, of course, there are probably some hidden budgets with the CIA that we don't know about, but more than the combined budget of the State Department and the CIA. And they have no oversight. No one's been looking over what they do. You know, they're just giving out to whoever they want to, whenever they want to, and it's some crazy amounts. And I'm going to share with you what some of those crazy amounts here. I've got a video I'm going to put down below, and this guy goes in. He actually sat down, as he will tell you. He just sat there all day long yesterday, and went through all these documents, looking at where the aid was going to. USAID. Now, what does USAID sound like? USAID. It sounds like we're helping out. It's like a charity, isn't it? That's what it sounds like. Well, USAID stands for United States Agency, United States Agency for International Development. Well, okay, that's not exactly a charity. You can see where we're investing, maybe. Okay, I can't remember who said it. I wish I could, but somebody mentioned that the USAID helps with open societies. Okay, and it's been in fact, Vindman came on, the Colonel Vindman. I saw him on the news talking about how, as an Army person, that they had depended on USAID to do so many things that they've done, like in Ukraine, and all the great things they've done around the world, the U.S. military. They depended on getting USAID to help fund some of the stuff they're doing, which would be like coups, things like that. So, USAID. Open society. What's an open society? Well, that all sounds, in fact, I think there is an open society, NGO, nonprofit, to help with open societies. Well, what opening societies are is where the United States goes into your country and opens it up to what we want to do. So, you can see where Gaddafi didn't do what we wanted to do, but we opened up his society. And in Iraq, Hussein didn't do what we wanted to do, so we opened up his society. We've tried to open up the Russian society. We opened up the Ukrainian society. Okay? That's what open society isn't about. Making all societies democratic. It's about making them puppets to us, basically, I think. That's my understanding. And if you look at what's going on, you have to say that, well, that's just apparent. There's piles of things that are apparent. Again, I've said this before. Many people have said it before. I am just absolutely flabbergasted at how our government, our leadership, has come up with programs and give them nice, sweet names. And what they mean, what they do is opposite to what the names appear to mean. Over and over and over again. And this is just one more of those. And I don't know what they're calling these different things, but the donations to things. But I'm going to go over some of these. Now, apparently it's time to stop paying taxes and support all kind of organizations that the taxpayer has no interest in supporting. And I'm going to read a few of them, but you can listen to this guy below and you can make up your own mind. It should not be required for someone who is pro-abortion to support an organization that is pro-life, right? Anyone who wants to support free immigration of people, through open borders, should not be required to pay taxes to an agency that tries to regulate immigration, right? And of course, vice versa. So it's got a huge budget. And it sends things to USAID provides money to the BBC. That's a British broadcasting company that I watch all kind of programs on my TV, on PBS, like Doc Martin and stuff like that, Perot. And there are a lot of more trash that's come on it more recently. Miss Scarlett's okay. I like that, okay. They gave money to the BBC. Does England not have its own money? Is it already not a quote unquote open society? Is it not doing okay comparatively to the rest of the world? It's not a third world nation, is it? It gave $70,000 to Ireland for the DEI musical production. That's the whole thing about equity and everything that has been pushed for the last 10 years, but particularly for the last 5 years. That is ridiculous because it's not merit based on anything. You just have to have the right color skin or claim that you're a bear, and then you get some money for something or get supported for it. I want to play about, I'm a bear, and I want to do plays about bears. So you need to give me some money. Well, $70,000 for a musical production in Ireland. $1.5 million promoting DEI in Serbian workplaces, just like they've been training everybody in the United States on how to be a good DEI person and use the right pronouns and all that other kind of crap. We sent some money to $1.5 million to Serbia. That was a good investment. We really opened up that society doing that. We really helped them out. Anyway, down below is this guy. Let's see, who is he? I had his name written down here somewhere. Anyway, you can check on him. It's down below. But I'm going to tell you just a sample of what he shared. He went through, and this is just part of it. First of all, $1.2 billion is undisclosed. Nobody knows where it is. Nobody's has been doing any oversight about it. Where's that going? Does it go to Afghanistan to buy opium to pay for guns? Who knows? Who knows? $45 million for DEI scholarships to Thailand. $45 million for DEI, which would mean giving it to people because they're not the mainstream people and they deserve to get some money. Well, it's not based on, DEI is never based on merit. The person could be an absolutely incompetent person going to school who probably should do some other kind of job that doesn't require the ability that you need to go to school, and yet they're getting money. Same thing, $25 billion for DEI scholarships in Serbia. Again, you don't have to merit it. You don't have to be intelligent or smart or actually have a skill that might you need some training on. No, you just have to be the right the gender word, not sex, the right gender, or whatever. $27 million to teach pottery in Morocco. Now, I've got a feeling that the Moroccans have known how to build pottery for a long time. In fact, I'm all the time seeing examples of Greek pottery and Carthage pottery and Egyptian pottery. I don't think the Moroccans have gotten to this point without ever having figured out how to make pottery. So what's that about? So there really is $32,000 for a trans comic book in Peru because the Peruvians need trans comic books. $520 million for ESG projects in Africa. That's the whole equity stuff too. $47 $1,000 for a Colombian transgender opera. We can't have an opera. We have to have a transgender opera. I mean, look, the British forever have been doing these operas. You know, it's not odd for somebody, a male, to throughout history for a male to dress up as a woman and sing an opera. Why do we have to give somebody $47 million for that? It might have been a 47,000, but anyway, whichever it was. 1.5. I already said the thing about the Serbian workplace DEI. $1.5 million, a lot. So, what is my guess? My guess is this is BS. What I mean is that money gets skimmed off the top. I remember one of my siblings used to live down in Central America for a while, and he would drive his truck up, and he drove the heck out of that truck, drove it down to Central America, drove it San Salvador, no, Nicaragua, Honduras, one of these, Honduras. Drive it up and down. Well, he'd have to, when he got to the border, he'd have to pay off the border guards in order to be able to get through. Okay, so there's all kind of, there's in countries across the world, including the United States, clearly, there are all kind of crooks who want to skim their money. So that's probably where most of this is going to. Or maybe we're helping out a warlord, or maybe we're, paying off some politician in another country to get something that we want in another country. That's probably where most of this money is going in reality, and they're just pretending that they're giving to good projects. So, if you've been watching the news and seen people screaming because the president is taking their money, and that's what they say, we're going to keep our money. It ain't their money. It's mine and your money. What are they spending mine and your money on these crazy things for? Anyway, I had to get that out, because if you don't know what's going on, you need to know these things. It's just mind-boggling. We need to be kind to people. We need to help the needy, right? But when people are able physically, sometimes you give somebody a little bit of help financially to get them off their feet when they're in a tight place, maybe. But we just don't shell out money for operas and comic books and pottery, making pottery, all kind of stuff like that. That's just silly stuff. We need to pray about this. Have a good day.